Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to have a look at the tournament mode. Now this has been up and running for a couple of days now, about 2 weeks or so. Very fun event. Well, I think it is anyway, and there's a little bit of strategy to it, but not altogether too much. So if we have a look here, I am very close to getting my first one of these relics, which is actually a very powerful PvP relic. So we'll see how far I can get. Now, my previous results have been between 85 and 101 wins in a row. So clearly I'm not going to get in the top 3. I don't think I will anyway. It's clearly all stars who are the nuts in this particular event. However, what I did want to do is just go through my teams. So we're going to just adjust my teams right here, and then we can have a look. So first things first, the team that I'm running with regards to attacking is this Mystifier's team right here. So we have 5 Mystifiers with our full Mystifier set relics. So we get our 2 stars underneath the Mystifier set. We have 4 Royals. I do include Emily on this team. I've been through this team build before, but just as a brief overview, you have Tsukiyomi every time. So Tsukiyomi reduces the enemy's attack and defense and increases our own attack and defense depending on how many corrode stacks have been applied. Emily will apply 5 stacks of corrode from the start of battle if you have her exclusive runes, and then Gaia will then double that. So it goes up to 50 stacks right away. So effectively you start the battle out with 30% damage reduction and also so 30% damage reduction and an increase of, I'm just going to confirm this, I keep chatting shit about it being 1500% increase. It is, yeah. So it's boosted by 10%. So every stack of corrode gives 10%. So it's 500%. Yeah, so you start out the battle with 500%, and then you go to 1,000%. So it is 1,000%. I was chatting Maka about the 1,500%, but I do have the. I need to change this actually. So let's unequip this and let's equip you. So our Mystifier is now doing 300% additional damage. Next team on the list is my Valianters. Sorry, didn't quite finish this one. We do have the Blessers here. So at the start of battle, increase the max HP of the hero in position 1. The increased amount is equal to 500% of the total HP of all other allies. So you can have whoever you want in here. Typically, I'll go for Tsukiyomi because she's the lowest star. But again, Gaia can go in this spot just to keep her alive for longer. Very strong ability, I think, this season. Not too much difference between the two. I think one is position 1 and the other is position 1. But again, it is what it is. Now, we do have 3 strikers. The reason that I've got 3 strikers, instead of going something like this, for example, or this, is because I don't really think 2 Monarchs is going to cut it when attacking. When defending, that's much easier to do. You do want those Monarchs in when defending, but for now, we can go with the 3 strikers, Tsukiyomi, Catherine, and Mulan. You have Gaia and Emily, and they all work together very well. Did I miss anything off this one? No, I've got Celestials, Light Seekers, Deviants as well. Again, having Emily in there does remove the option of having 3 Celestials and two Deviants, but it is what it is. You can replace Emily with potentially Dullahan, who does kind of the same thing, but not really. Now, next team, I've gone for full Valianters. So we've got 5 Royals. We have 5 Valianters with the full Valianter relic set. You do have seasonal blessings, or the season 8 blessers synergy, 3 active here. You have 3 monarchs in the form of Victoria, Macaria, and Pandora. You do have 3 deviants, Hades, Macaria, and Pandora, and 2 celestials in Elma and Victoria as well. So those are the team. That's the team setup. Bear with. So that is the team setup. Typically, I've got pretty standard relics in here for these guys. You can replace them with whoever you want to, or whichever relics you want to. No artifacts on this one, so I am going to pop you in here to give our an additional percentage boost for the start of battle. yeah, there's not much else to talk about with this team really. Elma is hopefully going to carry the team. Pandora and Hades work very well together, and Macaria, Victoria, and Pandora are your monarchs in here as well. So again, it doesn't fare altogether too well because there's no real healing on this team, and that's one of the problems with the Valianters. So what you can do is you could potentially take out Victoria in this one, and you can add in. Atrops. Atrops will do some very, very serious healing, so you can have it something like this, but you do lose out on the 3 Monarch synergy, so it is just Macaria and Pandora who will take less damage. I think we'll try this team now, so we'll try with Atrops in here. Again, we do lose out the Celestial trigger though, so I think having, yeah, I think if we're going to do it, it's got to be Atrops. So you've got your 2 Deviants and you've got your 2 Celestials as well if you were to change it up, but again I think I'm just going to go with Macaria. Have the 3 Monarch synergy in here for a bit of additional defense. Now this is the next team that we're moving on to. This is my Dooms team. So this is Dooms. We've got 5 Dooms and we have the full Dooms relic set. So we get our 2 stars underneath our Dooms. We have 4 Royals, not including Doris, but Doris is a very key factor in this team as well. You have 2 Phantoms, Ayushta and Dahlia. You can take Doris out and you can pop in somebody like Cleo or like Victoria. Again, they do work, but not as much work as Doris with the reflect runes that she has. You got 2 strikers, Arthur and Doris. You do have 2 deviants and 2 celestials as well. No seasonal blessing, unfortunately. If we were to take you out and we can pop in, where have you gone? Hold up. Sorry about that. Right, so where was I? Yes, Doris. We can take Doris out and we can pop in Victoria. In this particular spot, if you don't have a copy of Victoria, it's absolutely fine. Just use Doris instead. But that does get us the seasonal blessing, so or the blesser synergy, and increase the max HP of the hero in position 1, which would be Arthur, equal to the HP of the rest of the team as well. We do get our 3 Phantoms on the team, which can be very, very strong in a Dooms matchup. Something to take into consideration though, when your Dooms come back, they lose the crystals around them. They lose that buff, so you do effectively lose out on that particular synergy as well if you do have your 3 Phantom Dooms as well. So just something to keep in mind. And then relics, we've gone for pretty standard relics. We've gone for Lance, we've gone for Stun Hammer, and we've gone for Scales for the additional healing. Now this is the 4th team. This team has done very, very well. I typically will get up to 18 wins with this one in a row. It is what it is, and the reason for that is primarily Eudora, Elisha, and Karnak as well. So what happens is Elisha, Eudora will attack, she will build up HP, she will build up attack, and we get our healing as well with thanks to Karnak. Builds up very, very quickly. We don't have any relics to put in, artifacts to put in, and we have gone with the trident or the maw. We've gone with the gourd to copy the buffs that are received after this triggered for 2 rounds, and then we've gone for increased HP as well with the Doomblade Whip. Eloin here to provide additional attack and defense with the Awakening mechanic, and Wukong is effectively a finisher to Eudora's attacks. Typically, Eudora will finish 1 enemy off, and Wukong can follow that up. It is a very effective tactic. Now, this is the Glorians team that we've gone for. So as you can see, let me just go through this team first. You've got 5 Royals on the team. You've got 5 Ethereals with the 2 stars underneath, which means we activate our Relic synergy. For Ethereals, we have Sacrifices. So what Sacrifices does, very similar to the first one. So We can put Karnak in here. We actually, in fact, I think we want Karnak in this spot so that he survives for a bit longer and gains that additional 500%. We do have 3 Celestials. We have 2 Protectors in the form of Karnak and Wukong. And we have 2 Deviants in the form of Wukong and Elisha. No Monarch synergy on here because our other Monarchs are non-DD units. And I prefer to use DD units where I can in competitive PvP. It is what it is. They're just better. Now we move on to our Glorians. As you can see, got 5 Glorians with our 3 Glorian relics. We do have 4 Royals, not including Lily and Leah. They are just that good. You do have 4 Celestials in this team, in everybody but Lily and Leah. I've also included Cleopatra, but what you can do is take Cleopatra out, and you can pop Wu in this spot as well. Very, very strong. Or you could take out Lily and Leah and pop Wu in that spot as well. You do lose out, unfortunately, when you don't have Lily and Leah on the Monarch synergy and the Sacrifices synergy. So we'll take that. I think I need to rearrange these as well. Primarily because we want Audrey to get hit with this shield. It's one tactic. Audrey will dish that shield out to the rest of the team. We do have 3 strikers on the team, but in fact what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that up. I'm going to select Monarchs on here, and the reason for that is so we get the survivability. I mean, Chang is going to do enough damage as is, and Seraphina will do enough healing by the end of round 2 to power you up fully anyway if you've got her leveled up. So 3 Monarchs, 2 Strikers, and 1 Light Seeker in the form of Lily and Leah. Again, no artifacts to put in. Now we do have my final team. This is the Avengers team. I think that this team, to be honest, it can use work. So we take out Narissa on this one, and you pop in somebody like Albert, or you can, if you do have her runes, not many people do, but you can pop in Arkdina on this one. The reason that you pop in Arkdina is because she's got unlimited revives after 4 revives. So when allies team total number of revivals is higher than 4, Arkdina gains repeated revival, 60% of max HP upon revival. At the start of the round, Arkdina has 33% chance to apply 1 stack of plague to 3 random targets. Again, I've gone all dodge on Arkdina, so I think what we'll do is we will try out Arkdina in this particular setup. We do have the Spear, we have Sphere and Hand of Tyr as well, just because they all rhyme. No, it's because they are, I think, the best Avengers relics. The only other one that I would consider is the Blades of Chaos, or the, hold on, where have we gone? The BOC. Blades of Chaos, very, very strong, good for survivability, but for me, having the heal and the additional health is very, very strong. Another setup that I've seen is using Lachesis on this team as well. The reason that you would use Lachesis on this team is to power the rest of the team up, i.e. With the Grace of Hunter's skill. So you need healing for the Grace of Hunter's skill, and Lachesis can provide that. But again, it's not super required. So let's, in fact, we'll do, because it's a completely separate team, a completely separate Avengers team anyway. So we'll pop Narissa in, just so that we get those death triggers as well. And again, no other artifacts to speak of, no PvP artifacts. We do have 5 Avengers on the team with our 3 relics. We have 4 Royals, not including Mavis, but Mavis is just that good. 3 Phantoms, 2 Monarchs, 2 Deviants, 2 Celestials, 1 Light Seeker. No seasonal synergy this time around, unfortunately, because I haven't really unlocked them. I don't think Arkdina is part of any. No, Arkdina is not part of any of those seasonal synergies. Hey Kate is, though. So what you can do, you can potentially take out Narissa, and you would go and pop Hey Kate in if you do have a copy, and then that way Mavis gets about 500% additional HP as well. So potentially with this setup, I think that switching around Janna, so Janna is in position 1, put Mavis in here, we'll pop Hey Kate in the damage spot, and we put Aphrodite in the damage spot as well. We do lose out, so we've got 2 Monarchs, 2 Phantoms, and then only 1, so we've got 1 Striker now in the form of Hey Kate, but I think that would be worth it. To be honest, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and we will save these teams, and let's see how far we get. So we're going to jump into the start challenge. At the moment, we're going to begin battle, and then we will see just how far we get. So this is a live mode. effectively, what you need to do is you win as many battles in a row as possible. I've not lost round 1 for quite a while, so we're going to continue battle. And we want to get as many win streaks as we possibly can. And as you can see, it seems to have done relatively well. These teams are doing okay. We're at 2 wins at the moment, but we are facing teams with significantly less power at the moment. When you get up to sort of 18, 19, when you get up to sort of 10 wins and above, that's when the enemies get really, really strong. And I mean really, really strong. So we can go ahead and choose here. Now, if you've not got any fallen heroes and you've pretty much got full health, best to go with this buff here at the very bottom when you are selecting. I've found the more often that you can choose this particular buff at the very bottom rather than the cure or the rebirth, it does your teams phenomenal. It does a lot of work for those teams. Again, we're not going up against super strong opponents at the moment, but that I suspect will change. I think we should be able to get 5 wins for all of our teams here. And it's because of the healing factors as well. So healing is a big part of this. Effectively, you need a healer on every single one of your teams. As you can see, Janna has gone down because she was in position 1. So we do lose out on Janna, unfortunately. So we're going to continue on, and hopefully that Avengers team will not lose out. So we do lose out on the killing spree as well, or the 6 wins in a row. We do actually retain it, so hopefully we can carry on. Now what we can do, choose a fallen team to revive its heroes. All surviving heroes restore 50% HP, or we can increase crit rate. I'm going to go with increased crit rate, and again, it's because the longer that you can put off reviving a team and the more buffs effectively that you can choose from that bottom one, I've found the more successful you will be. Typically anyway, if you do need to revive a team, say for example, if our Doom's team goes down here, then it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, so I think the Avengers team is going to go down very, very soon, but there's no point in trying to heal those units, those existing units, because look, Elmer's going down next time, Arthur's going down next time. It is what it is. So like I said, when we get to 10 more, how did we win that one? Flipping heck. Look, Mavis and Aphrodite are just the business. So here, we can't choose to revive fallen heroes, and the reason for that is because we don't actually have any teams that have completely lost so far, which is a bit unfortunate. So we're going to choose defense on this one, and then we'll carry on. I think Elmer is going down on this one. Yeah, it is a loss, unfortunate, but it is. Arthur won? How did he win that one? Oh my goodness me. Yeah, so we did lose, unfortunately, our Avengers, and we lost our Valianters. I found they're just not that strong anymore. In terms of, yeah, and we lost Arthur as well. It is what it is. Unfortunate, but yeah. I don't know how I survived that other one though, flipping heck. But the longer that you can go without having to use that revive, and the more buffs that you can get, oof. Who did we lose to? We lost Mystifiers and Glorians. Right, okay, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and choose to revive a fallen team. And the strongest team, I think, out of these would probably be our Avengers. Hopefully, we can get 3 wins in a row with this Avengers team. Yep, looks like it's going well. Unfortunately, Althea does go down in this one. And we are now battling teams who are much stronger than we are. Fortunately, we do get to the 2 wins, so hopefully we can get to 3 wins with this Avengers team. Yep, we do. We get to 3 wins with this Avengers team. What we're going to do, continue. We get to increase attack, or we can choose to revive fallen heroes. So let's go ahead and revive fallen heroes. Let's pick up our... Who would I say is the strongest team here? I suspect, actually, it will be our Glorian's team. But I am hankering to go with the Avengers. Not the Avengers, the Mystifiers. Unfortunately, so we lost against an Avengers team with our Mystifiers team, but we still get 3 wins in here anyway. So we're up to now basically the final round. This Ethereal's team is so strong. I have not lost with this Ethereal's team so far. It is what it is. So we're going to choose to revive a fallen team. We'll go ahead and choose our Mystifiers because they did so well last time. And let's go ahead, get this final win in. Yep, 18 wins every single time with that Ethereal's team. Just so strong. So we did get actually the worst result that I've had so far. Total wins 81, top streak 18, current rank 11. So we got up to rank 11. It is what it is. I think that there are some issues with the team building. I think I need some more testing, to be honest. And yeah, it is what it is. So we do go ahead and we claim our artifact as well. So we do get this PvP artifact, collect enough shards, and then we can use that in one of our PvP teams moving forward. I think that's going to be really, really strong, but we'll see. So we're currently rank 11, just outside the top 10. Absolutely fine with that. It looks like Ez did better than I did. Very good, very, very good. He's in my guild as well. But yeah, very, very strong. A very good competition. I am very much enjoying this competition. I really am. And I think it's going to be really good for the health of the game because it's not super intensive. You don't need to think about it altogether too much. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And yeah, have a great rest of your day.